Afternoon to all present here. So once again, I am welcoming you all to your own channel, that is IDP classes, where you are learning your physics in an easier and a better way. So in our today's topic, we will start with our next part, that is a Newton third law of motion, that is for the class 9. As we have done force, Newton first law, Newton second law, inertia part also we have done. So in that case, if you find any of the difficulty, please let us know on our email ID, that is ledclasses@gmail.com, or you can send your queries on my YouTube channel. Okay, wheresoever you are feeling comfortable, please send it. Okay, so in this today's part, we will have to start with the Newton's third law of motion. So this Newton third law is something different from Newton first law, Newton second law. It is something different. According to the Newton third law, what did this law suggest? This law suggests that to every action, what I'm saying, to every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. There is an equal and opposite reaction. It means if any object is there and we apply the force on that object, then that object will also apply the same kind of force which we are applying on that object. So to every action we are having equal and opposite reaction. For example, here, suppose we are having a box and we have to apply the force on this box. We did our action. We did our action on this box. When we did our action on this box, it means this box is not moving. Suppose this box is not moving. It means this box is giving the reaction to us. So that this box is not moving. So we can say that action is always equal and opposite. For opposite, we are having negative sign to reaction. Action is always equal and opposite to reaction. Okay, so this law states the Newton third law of motion. The Newton third law of motion says to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So now I will show some of the images and discuss the same law with you people. How we can discuss, check it. This is your first example of Newton's first law. In this example, I have taken these images from the internet so that I will make you understand properly. So I am having this table. This is the table. On that table, I am having some books. But I am having some books. Okay. That books are applying some of the force on this table. These are applying some of the force on this table in the downward direction. When these are applying some of the forces in the downward direction, then what will happen? Suppose these books are applying some of the forces in this downward direction. After applying in this downward direction, these books have done some of the action on this table. Okay, but in other case, if we are telling this table is applying the opposite force on these books, so that these books are kept on a table properly. So these table will provide the reaction force. What this table is applying? Reaction force, so that the books are in a stable position. So we can say that force of attraction between book and the earth is there, and here the table is applying the reaction force. Okay, that is on the books. So here we can say book to earth. Okay, here we can say table to. So we can say that action is applying by the book, where in turn reaction is applied by the table, but in the opposite direction. So that's why we can say that action and reaction both are equal and opposite to each other. Both are equal and opposite to each other. This is the main reason that why these books are kept on the table properly. Okay, I hope that I have made you understand from this image. Now come to the next image. What did you understand by this image? In this image, what did you understand? I think that this is a ball. This is a ball with us. Okay. When the ball is falling in the downward direction, like this, it bounces back in the upward direction. When it strikes the ground, this is a ground. Okay. When this ball strikes the ground, this ball act or get some action on the ground. Action. In turn, this ground gives some of the reaction on this ball. That's why this ball will come in the opposite direction to each other. Yes or no? So from here we can say that action is always equal and opposite to reaction. Action is always equal and opposite to reaction. So from this ball, if someone says that why this ball bounced back, then you will say that every action is equal and opposite reaction, because action is done on this ball and reaction is we get on this ball with the help of ground. Okay, let's see the next image. In the next image, what we are having? We are having the two images. First one is this balloon. This balloon. Second one is three examples we are having. Second one is this ball. And third one is we are having hammer with nail. Hammer with nail. Okay. Now this balloon. What is this? This Newton third law. This is also the, we can say another example of this Newton third law, balloon. So in this balloon, when we blow this balloon with the air, suppose this is the balloon, and we blow this balloon with the help of air. Okay. In this we are having some of the air. Okay. And we tie this with the help of nozzles. With the help of some nozzles, we tied it just like this. As my drawing is not very good, so please, just like this we did it. I'm drawing it. Okay, just like this. So if we tied it with if we tied this nozzle with the help of our hand, now what happened when we leave our hand from this bulb? The air is coming in the downward direction. Okay, it means action is done by the air. Action is done by the air. But in turn, what happened? This balloon is moving in the upward direction. It means air did the action and air applied the reaction on this balloon. That's why this balloon is moving in the upward direction. So we can say that in this case, action is always equal and opposite to the reaction. That's why due to this air, when the air is coming outside in the downward direction, this balloon is moving in the upward direction. So action is always equal and opposite to reaction. Similarly, if we are talking about hammer with nail, okay, you are having a hammer and you are beating this nail with the help of hammer. It means you did action on this nail. You did action on this nail. Okay, action you are applying on this nail. In turn, this nail is applying the reaction on this hammer. That's why this nail is properly moving in this ball. Okay, so when we beat the hammer, the nail with the help of hammer, this nail is penetrating inside the wall, and in turn this nail is applying the force on that hammer. Means action is there, but on the other side reaction is also there in the opposite direction. That's why we can say that hammer, due to this hammer, the nail is penetrating inside the. Similarly, we will take the example of this ball. Suppose you are having a ball, and if I hit this ball, suppose I am having this ball, okay, if I try to push this ball, is this ball moving? No, no. Are we moving? No. So what we did, that when we apply the force on this ball, we did our action. Here's the ball. In turn, ball is applying some of the reaction on us. Okay, but that force is negligible. That force is very small. That we are not able to watch that force. Due to this reason, we are not moving away from the ball. Okay, it means we did our reaction, but in turn, this ball also provide the opposite reaction to us. Therefore, we are not able to move in the backward direction with the help of this. So we did some of the action, but in the opposite side, we will get the reaction force also. Come to the next example. This is the next example we are having. Two persons are there. One person is standing. All the two persons are standing on a skating board. This is the skating board. Okay, they are pushing each other. They are pushing each other. Okay, when they are pushing each other, then what happened? This girl is applying the force on this boy. Similarly, this boy is applying the force on this girl. If this girl is applying the force on this boy, it means she is doing some action. She is doing some action. Similarly, when this boy is pushing this girl is also moving in the backward direction. Okay, it means this boy had given some of the reaction force on this girl, due to which this girl is moving in the backward direction. So from here we can say that action is always equal and opposite to reaction. So these are the examples which I am showing are some of the examples that are due to the Newton's third law of motion. Okay. So from here we can say that this girl applies some of the action on this boy, and in turn this boy applies some of the reaction on this girl, due to which they are pushing each other. In the backward direction. I think that I have made myself clear to you all. Okay, so from this we can say that this is also the application of your Newton's third law of motion. Okay, see the next example. Many more examples are there. This is a spring. Okay, if we apply the force on this spring, this is a spring, we apply the force on this spring, then what happened? It means we did some of the action force on this spring. And when we release the force, then what happened? After releasing the force, the spring is coming in the upward direction. Yes or no? So this is due to what? This is due to the Newton's third law. It means we did some of the action force on the spring, and in turn, the spring is providing us the reaction force to us. That's why this spring is moving in the upward direction. So from here also we can say that action is always equal and opposite to the reaction force. Equal and opposite to the reaction force. Okay. Now come to the next example we are having. Next example is this. Suppose we are we can say animal is on the swing. Okay, this swing is moving this and to and fro motion. Okay, what happened when this animal provide the force to the swing? It will do some of the action on this swing. Okay, so we can say action is provided by this animal. In turn, this swing is coming back in the backward direction also. Okay, when this animal is providing the force on the swing, he did some of the action on this swing. But in turn, this swing apply some of the reaction force on this animal. Okay, that's why we can say here the reaction is acting in this stage. This is the first stage, this is the second stage. In the second stage, some of the reactions are there that is acting on this animal due to this swing. So from here we can say that every action has equal and opposite reaction. So if this animal provide the force on this swing, in turn the swing is also provide the force on this animal. And due to this reason, this swing is moving in the to and fro motion. I think that I have made you clear. Okay, come to the next point. This. What is this? This is a gun. Okay, if we shoot the gun, bullet is coming outside. Yes or no? So when the bullet is coming outside, okay, why did the gunman feel the backward jerk on his shoulder? Backward jerk. Why it is so? Because when we hit this trigger, then what happened? Action is done by the bullet. Action is done by the bullet. Okay, but in turn, when this actions take place by this bullet, this there is a reaction force by this bullet on this gun. Due to this reaction force, this gun apply the backward jerk on a person which is triggering that gun. Okay, so we can say to every action we are having equal and opposite reaction. Action takes place by the bullet and reaction takes place by the gun. Okay, now see the next example. This is the next example. Again, this example I have made it clear also that when a person pushes the wall, then what happens? Again, when he is applying some action on this wall, then wall is also applying some of the reaction on this wall. So from here we can say action is equal and opposite to reaction. Action is equal opposite to reaction. Okay, so that's why we can say if a man pushes the wall pushes the man to in the opposite direction. So these are some of the examples. Last example I am showing you that these are many examples. This I have already told you that when a gun triggers, then the bullet is coming outside, action take place and reaction take place on the bullet. Similarly, when we are moving and we are walking, what happens? We pushes the ground in the backward direction. We are moving in the forward direction, but the ground we are pushing in the backward direction. It means we did some of the action, in turn reaction is also taking place. It means when we are pushing the land, okay, it means that land is moving in the backward direction and we are moving in the forward direction. When we are moving, action takes place. When we are pushing back the ground, and then reaction takes place in that case. So from here also we can say action is always equal opposite to reaction. Similarly, this is very much common with us that when a person wants to move or wants to go back, okay, on the edge of this seashore, and he did not take place, or we can say that this boy wants to move on the corner of this edge. It means he pulls back this we can say that he pulls back this object in the backward direction. Why it is so? Why he is pulling this boat in the backward direction? Why is moving in the forward direction? It means boy did some of the action in the forward direction. He is moving on this corner. Okay, when he is moving from one of his foot, he is putting one of the foot on the corner of that edge. He did some of the action. He did some of the action with the help of his foot. But in turn, what happened when he pushes back this board with his next foot? He did some of the reaction on the board. So action takes place in the forward direction and reaction takes place in the backward direction. Okay, so we can say that boy exerts some of the force on this seashore, corner seashore, and in turn the reaction force is exerted by his feet on the board. So from here we can say that action is always equal and opposite to the reaction force. I hope that I have made myself clear to you all. From here we have studied about the Newton's third law. Newton's third law always say that to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. It means if one force is applying on A body, the opposite force is applying from the side of B body, but that will be in the opposite direction with a negative sign. So this is known as your Newton's third law of motion. Okay, so I hope that this Newton's third law of motion I have made you clear with the help of these images. Although I have taken this from the internet, these images, but I hope that I have made myself clear to you all. And with this, I'm thanking you all that you people had given us lots of love, lots of care, and please do subscribe our channel, like our channel, and share our channel as much as possible, so that the others will also get the chance for learn. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you.